Welcome back to my channel. Sorry, new background, just temporary because A, my room is cold, and B, I'm getting it done up. So yeah, I've just heated up the room. I actually work in a different room, but I normally record in another room. It's just too cold for me to go there. So in this video, I just want to talk about what I think about the bull market, the peak, etc., how I think it's gonna go, certain catalysts, and also some coins that I've been looking at, thinking about adding to my portfolio. Some of them I've added a little bit. I've just dabbled around about with it. So yeah, so let's get started. So what I think will happen in this bull run. So there's a few points I want to mention. Number one is if there's a black swan, but if there's a black swan, things would change drastically. But that's not something that you can predict beforehand, guys. It's just if it happens, there's something bad news happen or war, something happens like that, we might see a sudden decline. But that's not something we can put into our equation. You could always have like stables to be on the safe side, but there's only so much you can prepare for something that you don't know when and if and how big of an event it will be. So that's that. And if the ETF is approved, what I think will happen. So without the ETF being approved, I think that we'll go to around 80 to 100k Bitcoin price. Okay, that's where I think we will top out. Now that would mean I would say ETH about 4 to 6k. I would say ETH price going to about 4 to 6k per coin, and I would say Solana around to 250 per coin. Okay, and if the ETF is approved, even if it's approved later on, like for example, it doesn't get eaten. So there's one day in January, one day in March, I believe, and so the halvings in April, early April, right? And so if the ETF is approved, I think the market in the first scenario, I think with the bull run will last until like maybe Q3, maybe even Q4 of 2020. If we do the ETF is approved, I think we're going straight into 2025. That's what I think will happen. I think we'll go straight into 2025. And bear in mind, guys, with the ETF being approved, it's no offense to retail, but they don't really move the market because there's not that much funds that are going into the market. But if the ETF is approved, it will be the first time some people will be able to access this asset, right? And so that could be huge. So in that case, I would say the bull run will last until 2025 at least, going into Q1, Q2. And also the Bitcoin price, I would say, will go to 130 to 150. That's like the bottom range, what I personally think the bottom, like per coin, what I think the minimum will be. And then ETH price would be about, I would say around 8 to 9, 8 to 9k. Yeah, about 8 to 9k, I would say, maybe even 10k. And Solana, I think that would go to at least 330, 350 per coin. Okay, so just giving you a rough idea of where I think these big caps will go in those two scenarios. So yeah, guys, that's what I think. So now I just want to talk about some of the categories that I think will do well, and also some coins that I've been looking at. So there's three categories that I think will do well or potentially well. One is GameFi, one is RWA, real world assets category, and one is AI. So let's start with AI. So AI, I think what will happen is most of these tokens are complete fugazi. They don't really have any AI technology, but the hype is big. Same thing I believe with RWA. I mean, RWA is even worse. It's so regulated, etc. I mean, crypto companies are getting trouble just to even get a bank right, let alone RWA stuff. But so AI, I think will do well. RWA, and also the last one is GameFi. So that's just so yeah. I mean, in terms of what coins I picked on that, I haven't really bought much of the big caps in those categories, but I have been looking at certain coins which I'll go into right now. So first you have Pith Network, which is the new Oracle project on the Solana blockchain. So it's in the same space as Chainlink, DR, Band, etc. But I would categorize this as to be number second tech-wise, or even number first, depending on how they do. And so as something, all these coins I'm going to talk about, guys, I've either bought or I'm seriously thinking of buying them. So Pith Network, they did the airdrop, and even with the airdrop and all the people dumping the price has been fairly good. And this is not a dedicated video just on Pith, but it's a coin where I believe that can actually do well. I mean, the way I see it is instead of buying Link, which I was already going to buy, I'm going to buy Pith instead, because if it's Chainlink runs, this would run. And you could say that I could go into a smaller coin because I'll make higher gains, but I don't want to add too much risk. So I think Pith is that coin that not only is not adding too much risk, but also has the potential to do well as well. I actually think it could do better than Chainlink. Okay, so real quickly, let's just look at Chainlink. This is 600 million market cap, fully diluted 4 billion. Okay, So let's just look at Chainlink. So it's at 8 billion. Okay, so even if it was at a billion, that's like 8 times higher. I'm no way saying that it's better than Chainlink. I'm actually saying it's not better than Chainlink, etc. At least not now from tech wise, etc. Although I know it's much faster because it's on Solana blockchain, and I know it's 40 blockchains. But either way, I mean, it doesn't have those kind of caliber partnership that Chainlink does, that we know are legit, right? Like Swift, etc. But I do believe that it can actually do what Solana done with ETH, as in it was a faster host. I think PIF can actually outperform. And obviously with Link, you're not gonna get them crazy gains just because of the sheer size of it. But I do believe a lot of institutions will buy this. This and Uniswap is like a no-brainer if you want exposure to them respective categories. So that was Fifth Network. Next one I'm looking at is Neon. So Neon is like Evmos. So if you know what Evmos is like that, but for Solana. So what it is building tools and resources for people to bring the Ethereum ecosystem to Solana. Okay, so what it's trying to do is let developers have the decentralization and the security of Ethereum, but have the scalability of Solana. Okay, and that's very interesting because as Solana gets bigger and bigger, I think there will be a need for this, and this is why I think it's quite good. I think the market cap was like 40-50 million. I could be wrong. I'm not sure. And but I really like the narrative. I like the way they've developed in the past. They've been building the socials, etc. active, and I really like the narrative because if Solana gets big and Ethereum keeps on getting congested, I know there's layer 2s, etc., but it's not the same as building on layer 1. I think there could be a actual real use case for this, and so this is one of the coins I'm looking at. Then we get into the gaming / move to earn, play to earn space. So this is like Steppen, Amino. They claim to have partnerships with Nike, etc. But I'm not sure if that's, can't verify. But you know how partnerships are in crypto, right? But we can give them the benefit of the doubt. But so far, everything I've seen about the projects is very good. I've been trying to get this like sub 20 million. Every time it dips, I neglect it or whatever, and it keeps pumping. But I think I've been following it since it launched, which wasn't that long ago, about 1-2 months ago. And I think it was around 1.15 or something when it first came out, or roughly about there. But so this is another coin I'm looking at. I'll probably get in if it goes to around 2 cents or something, or 2.5, or I might get in there. But yeah, it's a project quite a lot of people know about it. But I just thought I'd do a video because I'm actually thinking of entering this. Then you have 2 gaming tokens. So you have Sidus and Star Atlas. They're both gaming tokens. I normally prefer buying the token that's the governance token. So usually games have 2 tokens. One is the one you earn from playing the game, and one is the governance token. I prefer buying the governance token because it's not dumped on as soon as people play the game and earn it, right? So it's got a better tokenomics. But that all being said, with Sidus, I think this specific token has been pumping. I'm not sure if it's the gaming one or the governance one, but just letting you know there's another project / game I'm looking at. Same with Star Atlas. I know Alex Beck, I don't really follow him, but apparently he's a big influencer. He was selling these gaming coins, so I guess we'll see. But I do like these projects. I mean, even before he shilled it, one of my friends told me about it, and I've been looking at it ever since. And then lastly, I wasn't really gonna put these 2 coins in my video, but I don't know why I thought I'd just put in. A friend of mine told me about 2 coins recently that are in the ROA space that hadn't pumped. This was like 4 or 5 days ago, and I decided to buy them. And one has done really well. It's done about like a 5x. I think I came into this around like 1 cent, and it's done about 5x. So what I might do is take out twice my initial and leave the rest. And this is in the house registry space, and there's one called Tia, which is like diamonds, not to be confused with Celestia. It's in the ROA diamond space, and this one's the same price I bought it. I think I bought it around 4 cents, so it's only up like, I don't know, 10% or something. And this one hasn't moved, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. What I'm thinking of doing is take it out twice from my Eland. So because I put the same amount in both of these projects, and so then both of these bags will be free. So that's what I plan to do. I might just do that. But these are highly risky plays. There's very small market cap. As you can see, this one is like not even a million market cap. But I thought I'd add them because I think some people might like it. If you guys don't want me to share this kind of risky stuff, let me know. Then I'll just keep it to myself. I do some of these. If you've seen on my Telegram, if you guys are interested, I do some quick trades on like Dex Screener, like the new tokens. So but these were on those risky. These had a bit of fundamentals. Those are like almost no fundamentals, or like they've got a very small utility, etc. But these were actually a position that I bought. Like I put in 2-3 times more than what I normally put in those projects into these. So clearly, I believe in it a bit more, guys. So hope you got some value from this video. And if you guys see any interesting token, maybe we can discuss it in the Telegram or in the comments. But I hope you got some value from this video, and I'll see you on the next one.